What's going on? Coconut. What's good? Man, I don't know exactly what angle I want here, but that's a good angle, huh? Nothing much. Hey, listen, I was gonna go out and shoot the bow tonight, but I'm still having some massive back issues here that just are not cooperating. Hmm, so I didn't want to push it. I'm gonna give myself a couple more days here. Cannon, what's going on, my friend? I don't have a whole lot of high hopes for this evening. What I'd like to try to do is do like maybe a question answer type live. Maybe talk to you guys a little bit more specifically. I know there's a lot of times we're on the chat. We're kind of watching it pretty close, but there's just a lot of times where we're not answering the questions that I think we could. So hopefully tonight we can put a little emphasis on that. Maybe talk to you guys just a little bit more about what's going on in your lives, what's happening in your neck of the woods as far as hunting or fishing or whatever else, whatever else is going on, and see what happens. Coconut, I hope so too. It's not too bad. Like I said, I need another 2 or 3 days more rest here. Cannon, I remember you from all of them, my friend. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of wondering why you're not a mod. I think you should be a mod. See how we'll make that happen. I'm wondering where everybody else is at. We'll see who jumps on. We'll see who doesn't. Got deleted. Why did it get deleted? Hmm. You don't know. Did you do something crazy or did you just lose it? Well, happy birthday to you early. Anyway, Coconut. What's your plans for Friday as far as your setup? I'd like to get into Pure Alaska. We've been through that already. I'm taking a break this evening because I'm just not feeling it. But we're working through that. But Coconut, what's your plan for Friday? I want to talk to you like real specifically on what's your strategy going into a hunt on Friday? You doing an all day sit or are you focusing just morning, evening? Like, what are your thoughts here? And then we'll take a minute here. I'll give you a chance to get caught up there in the chat. And to anybody else that's going to hunt this weekend, what's your strategy? Because we're getting into late November, right? Over the last couple days, I've noticed some real significant changes in what's going on in the whitetail woods. Like a week and a half ago, you'd catch a guy like that running all over the place, chasing everything, right? But today's a little different. I work on a military post, and when I leave, usually, typically, especially before the time change really happens, I might see, a dozen to 2 dozen deer on the way off post. I don't know what Bill just said. Bill just texted me something. Uh, but today, I think I saw 0 deer, and I drove around post a little bit before I left too. I was like, let's go take a look, and I didn't see a whole lot of action. Yesterday, I saw 3 does in a field just at dark. Now, that's telling me a couple things. That's telling me that the rut's starting to come to an end here. There's going to be one more significant spurt of energy, and I think really the vast majority of does are probably in lockdown right now. And What are they talking about? I gotta look. I don't even know what they were saying. Uh, yeah, it's unfortunate, Cannon. I'm glad you're back up and running on a new channel. Hopefully, you can get your subs back. Coconut says he thinks he's going into a full day sit on Friday or just Friday morning. Probably Saturday, sit all day, see what I can see. Yeah. And as we talk about what I'm seeing here, it's kind of important. Right now, I think a lot of bucks are locked down with does. And as they make this transition from doe to doe to make sure they all get bred, what'll probably happen is you'll have these intermittent times where you'll be able to catch one running from doe bedding area to doe bedding area, or maybe from doe feeding area to doe bedding area, or vice versa. And they're just going to be checking to see what's out there. But other than that, I think right now is probably your best chance to kill a big buck, but it's probably just in general the hardest time to kill a buck, especially with a bow. Uh, but then here in 4 or 5 days, probably by like the 23rd, 24th, 25th, a lot of those does that have been really kind of holed up in these thick bedding areas being bred, they will they will already be done breeding, and these bucks are just ramped up. They're full of energy. They've been rutting, they've been breeding for a couple of days straight, and they're all ramped up. But they don't want that to go away. So what'll happen is there'll be a real prompt switch. It'll be like a light switch almost, where these bucks they'll be coming off does and they'll be frantically searching for anything that's back in. The fighting action will pick up real quick. Um, the response to grunting and rattling will pick up real quick. And then just a day or two later, it'll probably all just kind of die off. And then we'll get into what I would call post-rut phase, probably by Thanksgiving. Um, and then after that, you're running the gauntlet with the rifle season coming in the Saturday after Thanksgiving in Pennsylvania, and it's going to get extremely tough for him from here until probably another 25 or 30 days from now, if there's any secondary rut activity, any of these smaller fawns that have gained enough weight throughout the year that they're going to be able to come into heat. It's going to get crazy. I have 2 bucks bigger than all of these that are at the taxidermist right now. One's a 137-inch whitetail that I shot down in Maryland. That thing probably 15 inches bigger than anything that's on the wall. We should get him back pretty soon. Once we get him up on the wall, then we can talk about him a little bit. Yeah, man, if that's not cool, man. Those kind of bucks they're a dime a dozen in most states. Yeah, like I said, Cannon, I really believe that's where we're at. I have seen virtually no deer over the last 3 or 4 days. Now, that's not to say if I was out in the woods uh, hunting, close to a bedding area, I wouldn't see a bunch of does moving through. But yeah, for the vast majority, like I'm not seeing anything on the roads to and from work or anything like that. I saw no deer in the morning, half hour before daylight this morning on my way to work. I saw no deer the last half hour of daylight leaving work. We're in it right now. They're super locked down. Guys, don't forget to double tap the screen, give us a like. And if you love the trad bow stuff, if you love all kinds of archery hunting content, go ahead and hit the sub button. Like I said, I'm taking a break from shooting a trad bow tonight. I'm just not feeling up to it. Man, all day sit and not see a single deer, man. That's brutal. But anyway, I wanted to open up to anybody that's on the chat. This is your opportunity to ask some questions where I'm not shooting the bow. You can ask me about the trad bow stuff. You can ask me about compound bow stuff. Heck, I'll even entertain anything I know about setups for, crossbows or rifles, scopes, gun caliber choices, whatever it is that you want to talk about. We can entertain all that. If you want to talk specifically about saddle setup, we could talk that. But if you guys have questions, put the questions down there, and I'm going to try to go through them step by step here. Here in Mississippi, I think about Monday we'll probably be in the lockdown. Yeah, the further south you go, the later it seems to happen. I think we've been in lockdown up here for about 4 or 5 days. Corey, I don't know anything, man. I do know that there's a tree stand probably in your basement that I've killed a lot of deer out of. I do know that. I've killed quite a few deer out of that there summit tree stand you got sitting in your basement, Corey. Oh, anyway, Corey's a good longtime friend of mine. He's also a vet. He did some time in service. I think he was I think he was pretty much on his way out about 3 years before I was, maybe 4 years before I was. Um, so he kind of helped lay the groundwork for my transition from military service to civilian life and beyond. So really happy having him as a friend. He's been helping me out all the whole time. Rabbit, hey, nice to see you jumped on. I did go out there. I checked out that channel. I'm kind of impressed with what he's been doing. Now I have seen his lives before. I just didn't recognize the name. I've seen like the Mitch Rompala live that he did. Um, he's got he's got a good background. I'm surprised he doesn't have a bigger following on YouTube. He has a significant following on Facebook though, so that's good. Um, Coconut, hey, thank you for shouting out the service. We really appreciate it. Clay, again, appreciate it. Clay, they're not even the good ones, man. I like this one because he's a nice wide Pennsylvania buck. He's pretty heavy here, but um, yeah. And then this one's got a double neck patch. That's pretty cool. That's the biggest one there in the corner on the wall. What do you guys think about Mad Elf? That's a crazy beer there. It's about 11% alcohol. Ugh. Yeah, I saw that. He's actually had Uncle Ted on quite a bit. He's a good dude. Sometimes it's yeah, I have questions like why is his YouTube following so low, but his other platforms seem to be doing pretty well. Uh, and again, he's had some really successful podcasts or what I would call alive, right? Like he's got a couple of them that have 500,000 views on them, right? Like he's done very well for himself. Coconut says, "Hey, my brother's going into the U.S. Marines, and I'm pretty worried." I wouldn't be worried. Right now is a good time to go in. I think the only thing you got to worry about is budget. Like, will we get paid? I think there's going to be some significant opportunities for um, some budgetary changes coming up through Congress, and we'll see what happens. Corey says, Tony, I'm not going to make an hour on that Mad Elf. Slow down, man. Look, I'm halfway through the second one, Corey. And I think 2 is the limit for the Mad Elf, bruh. I don't know what else to say about that. Chance, hey, I'm doing really well. I'm getting over a slight back injury here. I tweaked it. What day? I don't even know what day that was. Was it No, Sunday. I think Sunday I tweaked it. I had a rough day on Monday. Monday was really bad. Tuesday was a little better, but I did get out a little bit on Monday to do some hunting. I kind of hung a set, and I worked through some issues. Grayson, are you able to actually comment on the live now? That looks great. I think I don't know if I had to fix something or what I did, but I think it looks better now. Like you can actually say something, so that's good. Bomad, what's going on, Bill? Next plan of attack for hunting the whitetails. Well, hey, look, I'm glad you're on, Bill, because I know that you probably, out of anybody in the chat, would probably want to talk hunting. So here's my challenge, right? We are really in lockdown right now. I saw no deer on the way home from work. I saw no deer on the way into work. I know I already said that. You guys are probably like, "God, this guy's a broken record." Um, but the challenge is real right now, and probably the best chance of catching a buck off guard is when he transitions from last remaining does that are still being bred to um, what's left over. I think the vast majority of them will probably be bred in the next 2 or 3 days. Like we'll be getting to the end of lockdown, guys will be breaking off the gals, and they'll be looking for the next available customers, and that's probably like the really last hope in Pennsylvania and probably Maryland for a while. Buck season comes in here the day, what, 2 days after Thanksgiving on Saturday. There's going to be a lot of dudes in the woods pushing deer around, and yeah, they'll shoot some bucks. But for the most part, by that time in the Pennsylvania season and the Maryland season, a lot of these bucks have just been running around. They're tired, they're wore out. They're going to spend a lot of time in thick bedding areas. They're gonna lay up and they're going to recuperate as fast as they can. We've got some weather coming in. They're going to be trying to munch on as many acorns that are left over, as much browse as they can possibly stuff in their gullet, and they're going to try to put some of that weight back on. Grayson said he saw like 20 deer in his back. Where do you live? Can I send me a pin? But then, Bill, I also think that now that they're in those real thick bedding areas, the bucks don't come out of there till February. Like this idea of seeing deer running around in open timber during the day, it's pretty much over for Pennsylvania. You're going to have to get in the thick of it. You're going to have to beat the brush. You're going to have to be sneaky about it. You're going to have to move in there early. You're going to have to come out late, or you'll risk bumping them. Or if you've got wind cover, you can still hunt into it in the middle of the afternoon and set up for an evening hunt. That's one of my strategies. Like that is a key strategy for me. Yeah, up in Massachusetts, I'm sure they're out there trying to put on as much weight as possible for a crazy winter. I don't know if I've seen the state record in person, but I have seen internet pictures of it. Yes, Chance. There are some big boys out there. I'm current like I saw a 150 and a 160 this year together on the 12th of September. I saw another. Yeah, I think it's the same buck. I think I saw the 150-ish class buck here on the 11th of November, so 9 days ago, trying to cross the road in the dark, just 40 minutes after legal. So there's big bucks out there. They're a different breed. They're hard to kill. Uh, all Thanksgiving week, my dad's going to Michigan to hunt the whitetail. Absolutely, I think Michigan would be a great place to go. Bomad's thinking rifle all day. Heck yeah. I probably missed some comments in here. Salted fishing, it depends on how far it is. Is it 100 yards or is it 30? I mean, and what is a perfect double lung? I mean, I'm shooting at a window this big, right? Or this big? Yeah, I'm fine. I don't care. I like to hunt with the bow. Bill, those two bucks you bumped tonight, they were out in some real thick stuff, right? Pure Alaska's, he's tuning up the bow to go for some caribou. Nah, he'll be using a gun to caribou hunt, guys. What are you, crazy? Yeah, and I think for the most part, like they're going to remain in those really thick areas for a long time, as long as they've got water and food there, and they'll come out, they'll move around at night. But a lot of the places that traditionally I've seen bucks after, like post-rut or this late in the rut, it's all on those windy mountaintops at 1,500 feet that are just covered with mountain laurel. They've got a straight northwest wind blowing over them, and it's brutal. Let's say 25 yards shot, perfect, bro. Yeah, I'll do it. Doesn't matter. You pick, I'll shoot it. I'm not missing at 25 yards with a compound. Are you crazy? Ain't happening. Follow my trail by Preston. Hey, what's up? Chance, we're about out of the rut. We're about done with the rut. You know it. You know it. Pure Alaska. Tell me about this caribou hunt. What's the plan for that? And then what caliber are you using for caribou? You're still using a. You're going to use the Win Mag. I'm assuming. Can I spare you a beer? I sure could if you were here, man. I certainly would. Even one of these, and they're good. Mm, I $1 million isn't all that much. It's not all that much. I would. I think I'd be more nervous shooting at 150 or 160-inch deer than I would be trying to just make a perfect shot for $1 million at 25 yards. Just my 7 mm 08. There we go. Chance, you shot one earlier this year, didn't you? Yeah, Bill just mentioned bear season does come in for 3 days, starting this Saturday. It'll be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I guess it is. Um, our archery season here in Pennsylvania actually ends on Friday. It is Friday the 22nd, right? And then firearm season opens up. I think it's November 30th. Is that 2 days after Thanksgiving on a Saturday? Uh, Coconut, in reality, I don't know if a million's a lot of money, but is it truly life changing money? I think anymore, like when I was a kid, $1 million was like truly life changing. Um, yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Like $1 million's only 5 brand new Ram TRXs and a new bow. That's it. Like I can barely look for $1 million. I could probably buy 2 cameras, $15 worth of gas, and a pack of Marlboro Lights to go hunting. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money, but is it earth shattering amounts of money? No, it's probably, I'm not even really, like I said, I would be more nervous trying to shoot at a 160, I think. Uh, Tayton, my biggest one's a 137-inch deer I shot in Maryland on the 16th of September. Rabbit, don't laugh at me. Then I can shoot a little bit further. But a Ram TRX is my dream truck, so I'd be pretty happy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I sure as heck don't have $1 million sitting in the bank anywhere. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. But it's not. It's not life changing. It's not life changing money. It's not. No. You got a 200 in Florida, Tayton, man. Look. I think you're telling fibs. Because I know, look, I know in Florida, I think there was only like 6 or 5 or maybe 7 Boone and Crockett bucks ever shot, and the biggest one's like a 200-inch deer. Now, if you're on a, whatever, it might be on a high fence or something. I don't know. Uh, Lee, I don't know if they ever did close. Well, I guess they did close schools. Yeah, I think you always had the Monday after Thanksgiving off for gun season. Uh, they don't do it anymore. They start the gun season in Pennsylvania on a Saturday now, which it's been like that for 4 or 5 years. It's been a big to do. I think a lot of guys want to go back to the Monday opener just to keep the traditional thing alive. Bill, I wish you'd get more than a 16-ounce Yingling too. Bill and I actually we have a standing bet that if he shoots a buck on camera in bow season, he would get a Yingling or two from me. Flipping plugs, yeah, 11 point with a 23-inch spread. That's a monster. You do need to get it scored and then let us know what it looks like. Or you could just send us a picture of the harvest to paintrainoutdoors@gmail.com. I'll post it on the page and then I'll tell you what I think it scores. I think that one in the corner there is the biggest one. This one here he's within an inch. You can see he's wider. The one here in the center, he's wider than this other one for sure, and he's got much better brows. But I think this is an old deer. I think that one's just a pretty normal 4-year-old Pennsylvania deer. The two I've got coming are both bigger than that. The two I shot this year are both bigger than that. The state record in Florida is 212. Maybe 212 as a gross on a non-typical. Yeah, what else you want to see? How much? What do you want to see there? This one's got a double neck pouch. He's pretty cool. Guys, I was in a heavy dispute one time with a guy because he he was getting heated over a buck, and I was giving it to him too because every time I find a buck or get one on trail camera, the guy wants to go in and hunt it. So I was in a tree stand the next day, 2 days after I shot that one. I was in a tree stand in Maryland, and this guy come in to work a scrape. Now I know this is funny. And I thought he was a spike. I let him stand there for like 27 minutes. Had no intentions whatsoever shooting him. But then I took another look at him with the binos, and I noticed something really interesting. And then I thought, that would be the perfect pencil holder for my desk at work. So that's why he got the arrow. And then I texted my buddy. I sent him a picture. I said, look, man, I'm not a trophy hunter. I'm just out here having fun. You know, not all of us can shoot more than a buck a year, so we just got to get after it. That's all I got to say there. But this is a Florida buck. All right, what's up? Yes, flipping plugs. Send a picture, man. paintrainoutdoors@gmail.com. No, I don't know. I don't know if we really need any stream rules, Coconut. I mean, I think everybody kind of got the idea of what's going on. We don't play around. We don't like the spamming. If you want to spam sub, you can definitely spam sub. I mean, today there's more likes than there are people on, so that's cool. But anybody that wants to sub to the channel, you can spam like all you want. Salted fishing, you can get any flagship bow for that price. It's just a matter of what you prefer as far as sights, quiver, etc. Rabbit's like, yeah, this is cool. You shot a tiny fork. I sure did, man. I smoked him. You know, that deer stood there, worked a scrape, and it stood downwind of me for like 27 minutes, man. Ay. Now, you want to know the real reason why I smoked it? Because I had a trail camera in a spot that I'd been watching for years. And I had become very picky about hunting Maryland. And I had not yet shot a deer. This is a deer from a long, long time ago, guys. Um, so don't hold that one against me. Any of these deer here, though, all these ones, they've all been shot with a bow in the last couple of years. Um, hey, Lisa. But yeah, I think I was at a point there in Maryland where I was just being too picky, and I had hunted Maryland for like 3, 4 years, never shot a deer, and I was like, why am I doing this? I had passed on dozens of what most people would consider, good bucks. A lot of 6 points, a lot of 8 points. A lot of broken stuff, a lot of really mismangled whatever. And I'm like, why keep buying a license and coming down here if I'm never going to shoot a deer? And I didn't shoot any does down there either. But this year, like last year, I shot my first deer in Maryland. That was that one, kind of just knocked the dust off. And then this year I shot a really nice buck in Maryland, my biggest yet. And then after that, I think I've shot, what I shoot, 2 does in Maryland too. Yeah. And then another buck in Pennsylvania. So, all right, what's going on? Is Alice on here? Hey, Alice, thanks for jumping on. TJ Bugs, hey. Where did I get the raccoon skin? TJ, I did that one myself, actually. Let me show you that, because this is cool. And this isn't just like this isn't like a rinky-dink little tanned. I trapped this one a couple years ago. I skinned it, right? You can see how I got the eyes real good. I put it on a board, I dried it out, and then a couple of weeks later, I went back and I tanned it. Now, I never scraped the hide or anything, so this is just all, tanned hide. But it's nice, it's soft, it's pliable, everywhere except for right around the face, because I wanted that to kind of have a little bit of a whatever. But yeah, I've tanned this one myself. So maybe we'll hang out with Raccoon tonight. What? You got a problem? Don't fuck with me. So anyway, if you guys want to ask the Raccoon a question, go ahead and ask the Raccoon some questions. Shot a record black bear in the day. He's working a YouTube channel as well, teaching his kids to hunt. Yeah, Back Mountain has shot a really nice black bear. Man, everybody's on. Yeah, Christopher, those are absolutely real feathers on those arrows. Those are my trad arrows for the trad bow. Oh man. Did I eat the raccoon meat? No. Indiana deer. Yeah, I'd love to get to Indiana and hunt some deer. That's the thoughts I have on him. Does he drink beer too? Sure does. What did I trap you in? Oh, I know. I remember where I got you. I got you down in Mount Gretna along that stream. There's a there's a stream down there, and you were on the north side of the bridge, and I caught you. I caught you in one of those dogless. What do they call those traps? The little, yeah, it's a little raccoon. It's a dogless raccoon. Yeah. And then when I walked in there, you were a little snotty to me. You were. Yep, you were. And I don't remember where I put the bullet. I know there's a hole in there somewhere, but I can't see it. But he did. He got popped in the head with a 22. Yeah, did it hurt when you died? No. Okay. What about when your foot was caught in that trap? Did that hurt? No. Okay. Uh, you have 100 birds saved for us. When are we going out? This guy right here, he likes birds, man. He's probably been smashing. You stay away from the pheasants, all right, bro? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you like breadsticks. I can't believe I'm wearing a raccoon on my hand on a live on YouTube and I only have 23 folks on. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And we're drinking a little Mad Elf. Corey, you still on, bud? Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. I actually did Corey can tell you, I did a fox for him a couple years ago, and that turned out pretty good too. What do you mean you tried sending me an email? It says invalid. paintrainoutdoors@gmail.com. All one word. Yeah, I'd love to try some beaver too, guys. Coconut, we'll catch you later, all right? Yeah, those people's got to hit them buttons. Back Mountain, how you been, man? It's been a rough bow season, I'll tell you that. Yeah, Grayson, I can do that. I can do that. Let's do that for Grayson. Oh my. You know what's crazy? If I put this arrow through this, there's a high likelihood that this is the arrow that killed that deer, but I don't know for sure. We could put it in there. Yeah, we could put it in there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's cool right there. That's what I like to see in Pennsylvania. You know, I think for the most part, deer in our state, by the time they get to about 4 years old, that's when they start getting the weird stuff going on. I rarely do I see what I think is a 3-year-old that's got any junk. But this is this is a relatively small antler. Okay, this isn't big. It's probably got a 14 or 15-inch main beam, but it's thick. I mean, it's definitely thick. Like if I hold it up over here to this guy, you'd see just how small it is. Like it's not big at all. You know, as far as main beam or whatever, like it's not. It's tiny in comparison to that buck. This horn was found probably, I don't know, maybe a mile and a half from where that one was shot, maybe 2 miles. But I truly believe that this is a 4-year-old Pennsylvania deer. It's got a 7-inch G3. It's got almost an 8-inch G2 with a split brow. Real thick, meaty base there. But I think that's a 4-year-old deer. And that's, you know, when we start and talk about, oh man, what's the biggest deer you ever killed? The vast majority of mature bucks in Pennsylvania, 4 or 5-year-old bucks, they're probably not any bigger than 120 inches. The vast majority of them. And then you get those, you know, then you get some that are, you know, they get big. Some of them do. You know, when you start seeing 150s and 160s, man, there's some big deer. All right, my dad got a weird buck. He's very thick. I should put the pictures up of the one Back Mountain. I got a 150 plus 8-point on a camera. Just pulled the card the other day. TJ, if you go out raccoon hunting, man, I hope you shoot a couple. Missouri Whitetail, thanks for the sub. We will also do the same. I'm going to go to your channel right now. Wait, hold on. You subbed, so you get to become a moderator. There you go. Why is Back Mountain Outdoors not a moderator? We got to do some cleaning up here. All right, I probably missed a lot of stuff. Anyway. Let's just put him right here. Let's just do that. Let me put him right there. No, I appreciate. Hey, look, like I said, I appreciate what you guys do. I try to jump on and do as many of the lives as I can, and then when I'm not doing this stuff, I'm out checking out your channels. I'm doing a lot of that. So there's quite a bit of work we have to do here at Pain Train over the next couple weeks. I don't know if you guys know, but Al and I made an announcement the other day. We did form an official LLC. We are now 50-50 owners in a brand new business called Pain Train Outdoors LLC. So that's exciting. There is going to be some additional work we're going to have to do. TJ, you better send pictures. Alice, thank you for congratulating us. It's thank you. And we do. Everybody's got to help. Support the channels that are out there. I just think that as a hunting community, back in the day when I was growing up, thanks, country girl. There was a big family-oriented tradition, and we lost a lot of that. But what we do have now is we do have the social media aspect of it. Now, the challenge with the social media aspect of it is sometimes it is absolutely brutal. Um, and it can be detrimental to a lot of new folks that are out there hunting. Like there are some people that I know who they're seeking advice or they're seeking information from either YouTube or whatever. And I see a lot of stuff that's just posted. I see a lot of stuff on Facebook that's posted. It's just so like it's so wrong. You're making me warm there, Raccoony. Like for example, I'm a part of the Maryland Public Hunting page. I'm a part of the Hunting Pennsylvania page. I'm part of the Hunting 5B page, which is a WMU in Pennsylvania that I live in, but I haven't hunted there in a while. I usually hunt 4C, which is just north of me. But the challenge is one person's perspective on a situation will become an absolute law in his brain or her brain, and then they will convey that out to other people, and it may or may not be true. It does look good. I mean, Alice, I try to do the best I could. And again, like I said, I skinned that myself. I cut out all the eye holes and the nose. Look, I left all the whiskers and everything. It turned out really good. I would do it again. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to get one and do it again. Uh, Missouri, you got a doe with the white, or you got a doe with the bow. Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. Al and I think, are at 8 for the year. Al's got 4 with the trad bow. I've got 4 with the compound. I've shot another doe with the recurve, but it didn't work out. I'm sure she died, but Flipping Plug says, yeah, back in the day when we was growing up, man, if you got a nice buck, you dropped your tailgate and you drove around town and had everybody conversating about it. Sure did. And we're missing a lot of that stuff. So where do we turn? As a group of people that we want to share in the success, we want to share in the harvest, we want to enjoy it. I think we turn to the social medias. And I made a comment on a Facebook page the other day. There was a guy that said, hey man, like, for us trophy hunters and us guys that are out after big bucks, like, don't go running around the woods and, shooting a fork horn. And then when I come over and say, hey, what'd you shoot a fork horn for? Don't tell me, oh, because you can't eat the horns. Well, dude, why do you go over there and act like he has no right or can't shoot a fork horn? Like, he can shoot that thing if he wants. Like, it's illegal deer in his state. He's got a tag for it. Shoot it. And then that prompted me to kind of think a little bit. And I made a post where I said, hey, look, I love your perspective here on this, because a guy said, if we just stop going over and telling guys you shouldn't have shot a fork horn because you should have waited, then that'll stop that can't eat the horns comment. Absolutely. So, that's some pretty powerful stuff. Got to celebrate it for everybody. You know, if you shoot a deer and you're happy to shoot that deer, then shoot it. You know, nothing made me happier than to shoot that tiny little buck in Maryland last year. Because the first time in my life I had an opportunity to shoot two bucks in the same year. It's not the first time, but it's the first time that I did. So, you know, I kind of cherished that moment, and I shot it 2 days after shooting that guy, you know, which is pretty cool. And I hunted him for 7 days in Pennsylvania. We played the cat and mouse game. So, Alice, you know, we don't pick on you at all, but what's going on? How many deer did you shoot this year? She's just hanging out for the country boy shit. I think so. She likes to sit here and watch us all drink beer and act like goons. Samantha, what's going on? Hey, look, listen. Who wants to see Sam go live with me? Yeah, Sam's coming back. Hey, here, let me see. Let me see if I can pin it. Can I pin it? Guys, I just pinned a message there. That is Sam. She was the one that was shooting with us live. So if you guys like that, go ahead, click on that message I just pinned. Go sub to her channel. I think she's going to start her own YouTube venture. See, Alice is like, yeah, Sam, let's shoot. I'm not flipping plugs. I'm not set up right now to go live. What I'd have to do is shut it down and then add it. You said you sent me a message at paintrainoutdoors@gmail.com. I didn't see it. What I'm going to do, can I go to your channel? Hmm. I can't even go to your channel for whatever reason. Do you have a channel? Because if you did, I would jump out there. Yeah, I would jump out there. What's Samantha's channel about? Bomad, I have no idea. She's going to have to figure that out. Sam, what's your channel about? Tiff asked if I fed Jeremy. Who's Jeremy? I'm making Sam a moderator too. Bill, how come you're not a moderator? Oh, excuse me. You don't have a channel. Yeah, I know. That's the problem. You got to make a channel. Because I think there's some folks out there. If you made a channel and jumped on the live, we could probably get you 50 subs within about 37 seconds. Look, everybody, go ahead, type thumbs up in the chat if you would sub to Sam's channel so that we could get her to go live. Just do it. Just spam chat the thumbs up. That way she knows. See, look. She rescued you from the shed. Yeah, like you guys were afraid of the shed. You guys love the shed. No, I did not feed Jeremy, by the way. See, look, Bomad's like, yeah, thumbs up, thumbs up. See, look, there's 4 or 5 already. Like within 30 minutes, Sam, we could get you to 50 subs so that you could do your own lives. You could shoot the bow in your backyard. You can have that $20 practice bow, and you'll put us out of business. Like Paint Train Outdoors will no longer be important in the traditional bow space. Where's your assless chaps? Are you allowed to say assless on here? Alice is like, I was her first sub. Hell yeah. Everybody's subbing to Sam. That was not me. uh, where's your ass clap? What? I don't know if we're on top of traditional archery. Country girl, that is Sam. Did you sub to Sam? Everybody, thanks for subbing to Sam. Listen, I need everybody in here to spam sub Sam's channel so that she's got 50 subs so she can go live. We did this with Back Mountain Outdoors a couple weeks back. I don't know if we helped him, but I think one night we got him like 5 or 6 subs, which kind of put him over the top maybe. But I would love nothing more than for Sam to get out there, get 50 subs, because I don't even think she has a channel set up right now, but she gets 50 subs, she'll be able to go live. Sam and I am like green eggs and ham. Yeah, like peanut butter and jelly. TJ Bugs just subbed to Sam too. That's what I'm talking about. 5 years from now, Sam's going to be telling me the story about how she made her first million on YouTube. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm trying to set up a bank account so I can get the $5 out I made. Especially since you saved us from the shed. Yeah, thanks, TJ. Yeah, real cool. I need to hit 2K. Let's go. Get a sub on. Everybody mad spam sub everybody in the chat. Anyway, Tony, what's given? Well, Tony Voigt, what's going on? I'll give you the shout out. Listen, Tony, did you sub to Sam's channel yet? I'll give you the shout out as soon as you sub to Sam's channel. Flipping plugs. Where are you located, Pain Train? We are in Pennsylvania. That's an all right buck behind me. It's not giant. It's all right. A couple good ones here. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. That's a good one. Couple nice ones are. No problem, Tony. Yeah, TJ, no problem for you. All right, Grayson, oh man, everybody, look, everybody's subbed. All right, Sam, you're gonna get it. What's my biggest? I have 2 at the taxidermist right now. I took a hiatus from bow hunting for the vast majority of my adult life. I hunted as a kid for a while, and then from like the time I was 24 till the time I was 34, I didn't hunt. I really didn't. I rode motorcycles, wasted my time with my job in the Army, and I really just didn't hunt too much. I took the rifle for a walk once or twice a year, but then like 10 years ago, I got back into it, and these aren't all of the bucks I've shot. I lost a couple in a flood when my house flooded, like 7 of them. None of them are shoulder mounts. They're just, Euro mounts and stuff. But I got 2 coming. One's a 137-inch deer from Maryland. This one, for reference, I think that one's only like 121 or 122. It's not even a Pope and Young buck. I shot one bigger than this in Pennsylvania. It's like 125 and an eighth or something like that. All right, dirt bikes here, and hunt and fish, and I'm living a dream of a country boy. Yeah, Brad, that's what I was doing. I was riding a lot of dirt bikes. Elliot, thanks for thanking me for my service. I really appreciate it. Bomad says, everyone send me an email at his email address there, and he'll sub to everybody out there. Brad, your biggest buck was an 8-point. Well, congratulations on shooting a big buck. All I really do is bow hunt, but I think this year we're going to jump out of that mold. Like, I have done nothing but bow hunt since, I think I shot a doe in 2015 or 2016. I'm not sure what year, but moving forward, I think Al's never shot a buck or a doe with the bow, or with the gun. I mean, he wants to do that. Al is this raccoon. He's my YouTube partner. You can see him on some of the shorts he does. He does fantastic. Already subbed to the Bomar. Hey, thank you. Elliot, your friend shot a 200-inch. Where at? I'll BS on any 200-incher shot till I see the picture. Brad, that's awesome, dude. Somebody needs to get after him and kill him. I'm liking him. Iowa. Well, all right. So he shot it in Iowa. Well, that's not, yeah. There's like 17 million 200-inchers in Iowa. Let's do a rifle drive and call it PA Rifle Challenge. Bill, I think you just want to go hunt with me and Al so you can see how we do this. That's what I think. But yeah, I think we ought to. There's a spot I want to take you to, but it's a long way from nowhere. You want to go up on the pain train? I'll take you up on the pain train. We could do it. Rifle season, pain train, going in from the hard side, straight up a cliff. I shot that buck on the pain train. That deer was shot 3 miles from a parking lot. I don't know if you can see how big he is. All right, but the size of the neck on that deer compared to the neck on this deer or this deer or that deer, like you guys can see, that deer is a tank. He weighed about 200 pounds, 3 miles from the parking lot. Stupid. Stupid. All right, Sam, how many subs are you at right now? That's what I want to know. Or did Sam jump off? Sam probably jumped off. My guys, where do we hunt? In the woods, right? Yeah. Pennsylvania and Maryland. Pretty much all of like if it's Pennsylvania and Maryland, like it's a lot of it. Yeah, I'm not liking the dragon part too much anymore. Like I'm saying, I'm already. Bullseye, what's going on? Nice to have you on, bro. Nice to have you on. 200 square mile of state and public land. Yeah, Bill's killing it. He's out there chasing these deer in man, he's up in the valley, and it's a tough spot to hunt, like it really is. And I'm getting old and I'm getting kind of stuck in my ways. I like to hunt deer that are easy to hunt, so I go after the easy ones. She only has 7. What the hell? Listen, I pinned a chat, all right, from Samantha. She shot the bows live. Guys, there are 11 people on here. Samantha Kreiser, go sub to her channel. Place to hunt big bucks is down in the woods. That's right. You got to get in there. Coconut, you're back. Hey, Coconut, can you do me a huge favor? There is a pinned chat there from Samantha Kreiser. She's the one that shot the bow live with us the other day. If you guys can go and sub to her channel, that would be awesome. My guys, I'm down in Tennessee. I haven't had the best luck lately. The conditions down here in the mountains, it just isn't the best, and it's always windy. My guys, let me tell you what I know about Tennessee, because I love Tennessee. I've been to Tennessee quite a bit over my life. I used to ride a motorcycle, so I would go down to Tail of the Dragon, North Carolina, Tennessee border. From what I've researched and what I know about Tennessee, it might be one of the toughest places to kill a deer. Deer densities are extremely low. Hunting pressure isn't ridiculously high, but deer densities are low. And everything you're hunting down there is big mountain bucks. There's very few opportunities to hunt what I would call like your ag, like you'd see in the Midwest, or like you'd see in some places in Pennsylvania. And I know, like, if I had to pick a place I didn't want to go hunt, it would be Tennessee. I'm just saying that. So, congratulations for sticking with it. I thumbs up for that. Like you're doing the right thing. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to go through what you're going through. Elliot says he shot a 184 inch. Yeah. I think my last 3 bucks don't total 184 inches. But congratulations on shooting 184-inch deer. Make sure you jump on for all the Pain Train Outdoors lives. It gets a little crazy. My home state is Tennessee, and I agree with you on hunting deer. It's sad to say. See, I'm not making it up. Like I will not tell you guys something that I think is bullshit. Like I'll tell you either what I've read from a reliable source, what I've heard from a reliable source, or what I've researched on my own. I'm not going to give you any bad poo-poo. I think there are far too many people in the hunting industry. There are far too many people who are like social media influencers or, big name hunters that are sponsored by this, and they're sitting in a cornfield on the edge of a food plot. And I'm not saying people are pushing deer to them. I'm not saying that they're, farm raised deer. I'm not saying that. But when you have a 1,500-acre plot of prime Iowa, Missouri, Indiana, anywhere in the Midwest, maybe as far down as Kentucky or, Ohio, where the only people that hunt it is the guy that pays the money to hunt there. And he's set up in a tree. They've got 74 lock-ons over that 1,500 acres. They've got 700 trail cams out, and they know exactly verbatim where every one of these big bucks is traveling. Because look, if you've got farm field A here and you've got farm field B over here, and the only wooded area is here, and that forms a travel route, it's easy to put a camera up there and see all the deer moving through. Like, it's easy. Go to a place like upstate New York or Maine or, some of these places, upstate Pennsylvania, where you've got hundreds of square miles of nothing but just mountainous steep timber, ridges, valleys, and, mountain laurel thickets, oak ridge tops, and softwood river bottoms or creek bottoms, and go in there, try to kill deer consistently. Try to kill deer like that every year. Hard to do. It's hard. Hard. Yeah, flipping plugs. Would you agree with what I just said? It's hard to go out and kill a deer like that. Kill a 120 in upstate New York consistently in those mountains. Do it. I'm saying every year. And I know, because I've been doing this for this is what, 6 or 7 years in a row that I've shot deer about that big. So yeah, you have to work for it. TJ Bugs, you have an awesome day to the Raccoon. Yeah, Coconut, thanks for posting that up. Listen, how many subs does she have right now, Alice? Coconut, somebody tell me how many subs Sam has. Because we got to get Sam to 50 subs. We have to do something to get Sam to 50 subs. I don't know what that is, but we got to get her there. Yeah, Flippin' Plug says the same thing. She only has 8. Corey, did you go out and sub to Sam? Hey, Tony, awesome talk tonight. Tell them all the 5 and 6 points we shot over the years till you went hunt crazy. Yeah, I did. I absolutely did I went hunt crazy. Plus football. My dad shot a 21-point spike last week. Coconut VR, absolutely. Spam the link, bro. If anybody, if any of the other moderators touches Coconut VR's link spamming, I'll time you out. Spam it. Yeah, there it is. Everybody subbed. Mike Main says he's in a couple different spots. Keep spamming it, Coconut. Spam it. Spam it. Spam it 100 times. I don't want to see anything else in the chat until Sam gets 50 subs. Spam it. Spam it. I shot a 28-point in Alabama. I subbed. Bullseye Ben, he subbed. Click the link. Coconut, click the link. Let's get 50 for Sam. Sub to me too. Yeah, sub to Bullseye Ben, although he has about 2,999 subs. Bullseye, we're trying to get Sam to 50 so that she can do some lives. Who? Marcus, it's Sam. If you click the link that Coconut VR is spamming, you'll be able to jump in there. Do I fish native browns? Absolutely. I love to fish for native browns. It's one of my favorite things to do. Al and I are both big into fly fishing. Al taught me this year. I've been completely hooked. How's it going, Dalton? We're doing all right. Spam it, but I mean, why every second? Maybe every. All right, Coconut. You can slow the spamming down. We're getting too many complaints. She can do lives on desktop. I know, but she wants to be able to do them from the phone. She has nine. Nine. Wow, we got her nine tonight. That's pretty good. So if we do this 4 days in a row, we should get her to 50, right? Down the barrel outdoors. I just got to shooting a new stick. Now it's a Northern Mist Classic 66-inch 48 at 28. I took it to hunt this evening and didn't see much. Well, what do you think of it? You said it's a Northern Mist Classic 66-inch longbow, huh? I'm not familiar. I am not familiar. I have to get a new riser on my longbow. I'm still upset about that. Heck yeah, let's get her to 50. How many she have now? Go to Iowa to hunt. Yeah, I'm not going to Iowa right now. If I went to Iowa, there wouldn't be any big deer left. No, I've never killed a blacktail. I haven't hunted much out of Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia. Back Mountain, we're going to have to do something as far as a trout fishing trip here. Maybe do one of these good, well-known brook trout or brown trout streams and just go hit it. She does need to make. She does. You know what? I can probably download those videos and send them to her, and then she can make a couple of. I should sell bows on our shop. Like what kind of bows? That's actually a good idea. I think Al and I want to make bows eventually, and we want to make a limited edition. And Grayson, now that you bring it up, I also want to talk to you because I have a plan. Um, I want to put together a very comprehensive video series, and I'm working some of the details. It's probably going to be a 6 month project. So I'm not, like it's not anytime soon. This is future stuff down the road. Uh, and then I want to put it out there. Maybe, maybe a subscription fee would be like $1 a month or $1.99 a month, something really inexpensive, like $12 a year, maybe, or $24 a year or something. But then what I would do is I would try to provide maximum value to all the subs, uh, where literally once a month we would do a traditional bow build and giveaway. And we're not talking like super expensive bows. There's just not there's not going to be enough meat on the bones at $2 per month to do anything crazy. But what we would do is we would build a traditional bow with a traditional arrow setup. You would get to see all the film, all the videos of that build process, and give one of those bows away every month. We would probably do two, three, four different kinds of setups. Maybe we'd do a lighter bow with a smaller arrow setup, or a lighter arrow setup, or a heavier bow with a heavier arrow setup, and just kind of go right down the line. And then on the other side of things, since there's no way you'd be able to do like a compound bow giveaway unless you were doing something super cheap, and I just don't think it's worth it there. We would probably focus on some other aspect of hunting gear, where we would do a different gear review or gear testing inside of that packaged bundle, um, and then give that piece of gear away, maybe on a monthly or bi-monthly process. I'm not really sure what it would look like. It would depend on how much interest we had in that. But at that point, maybe $1.99 a month for the membership. We would have like legitimately two packages: one for fly fishing, or everything that encompasses fishing that Al and I do: fly fishing, Euro nymphing, the whole 9 yards. And then the other one would be traditional bow hunting and just basic deer hunting strategy. And I think at that point we would have a lot of value um, for some folks that are just getting, like, if you're just getting into hunting, or if you're struggling with seeing deer, I think that package would offer a lot of value. We would cover in detail. But the challenge with posting all of those videos on the channel right now, in order for me to give you all the details and all of the specific data that Al and I are capturing when we're going out on hunt, I would be telling a lot of people too much stuff. Like I would have to use some map overlays from Onyx or another mapping site, another mapping app, because I would get detailed, like into the weeds on what am I looking at from a perspective. I'm 150 miles away. I'm going to drive to a spot I've never hunted before, and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to kill a deer today. It happens all the time. I mean, Al and I do this all the time. Um, so what am I looking for on a map? Well, if I'm gonna share that with you guys, there's going to have to be there's got to be some value in it for us as well as some value in it for you. Um, Man, I think I heard the wifey open the garage door and come home. So I don't know how much longer I'm hanging out. But I mean, anybody that's listening, and I know there's not a lot of folks on tonight because I'm not shooting the bow. But what do you think of an idea like that? Like, is that something that you guys think fits our channel, or does it fit the idea of what Pain Train Outdoors is? And it's like our whole focus is build a community around folks that help other people. And if I did that, I would be more than willing to reach out to anybody else that's got some good hunting experience and have them share some tips and tricks along the ways too. But yeah, it does. Grayson says it's a good idea. Bullseye's like, I'm totally gonna be wearing a Shed Crew shirt. Bomad, we do have a good hunting and outdoor community. I was laughing at the Shed Crew. No. Yeah, I don't like grunt calls is not. I'm going to stick with what I'm good at. Um, maybe there's a market for some custom grunt tubes. I'm not sure. Uh, I specialize in really two things, right? Um, I specialize in being able to get on deer and stay on deer, not just 1 week out of the season, like the whole season. Week one is so much different than week two. Week three is so much different than week one. And by the time you get to week four in the Pennsylvania bow season, virtually week four, there's not a place in the world where you're still seeing deer that you saw in week one. It's just the transition is continuous and it's huge. Are you getting jumping in the shower? All right. Well, go do that. I'm going to finish up here and then I'll be out and see you, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The mom and the boys home, the mom and the boys home, I'll tell you what. What? Yeah, you are. Yeah, Alfred's drying the wood. We're gonna make our own bows. Alice, I think you're right. I think if we build it, they will come. Um, it's just like anything we've done here so far. There's no way in 6 or 7 months we expected to have. Al had a channel. It was an existing channel. He had a couple of fishing videos on it. It had almost no subs. And then after last year's hunting season, we kicked this idea around. Hey, well, are we going to do this? I'm like, I don't know. I don't really want to. Um, and then we got into trout season, and we just started taking videos, started posting stuff, and things started really taking off pretty quick. And I was like, all right, let's do this. Like, let's jump all the way into it. And Alfred was into it. So in 8 months' time, we've gotten what, almost 8,000 subs. It's pretty ridiculous. So we're just going to hammer through it. We're going to continue to do the lives. Sam's back on. Sam, you should have about 11 subs right now. How many, Alice, how many subs does Sam have right now? And, yep, and we met Bill from Bomad. We sure did. Down the Barrel Outdoors. Did you sub to Sam Kreiser yet? Because she's going to start shooting the bow live. She needs 50 subs. Coconut is going to spam the he's going to spam the virtual reality world with Sam's YouTube. Anybody that needs, look, if you are on the channel and you have not subbed to Sam, I'm going to time you out. She only has 9. All right, well, we need 1 more, so we only have to do this like 5 times. Sam, you do. You have 9 subscribers now, so you only need 41 more to be able to go live. My guy, he subbed. Bomad said he was the last sub. Maybe she has 10 now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, guys, like I said, I didn't shoot because I'm tired. I didn't shoot because my back hurts. We've been at it for like an hour. So a little more than that, actually. I'm going to go get the kiddo ready for bed. Coconut says he will put Sam on a billboard if that's what it takes. Back Mountain was number 3. Down the Barrel Outdoors. What type of trad bow do you use? Man, I'm shooting a Bear recurve. Here's what I want to be shooting. When I show you this, it's going to break your heart because I know you're one of these guys. I know you know what it is. I know you know what it is. When I show you that, what's that make you feel like? Well, here, let me make it feel real good. See that crack right there? Yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm in the process of buying a new riser for that. Or I think I ordered that. When did I order that? A couple weeks ago. But it's going to take like 16 weeks. Maybe it was like 8 weeks. Maybe we're halfway through. I don't know. Anyway. Down the Barrel. Al and I both shot 4 deer. I shot 2 bucks. He shot 1 buck, 3 does. We've been killing it. To the left is your best. All right. All right, guys. Make sure Sam gets a bunch more. Yeah, he's close to that. It's also pouring. Sam, get a couple more subs. We're out.